Board of Directors. I'm here tonight to talk about the budget. Unfortunately, we're based on a budget timeline of January, so I understand we're in the month of February and the time of deliberations. Unfortunately, the budget materials tonight, which were just essentially budget statements, weren't necessarily something I could comment on, as they just show some numbers. So I went back through the budget materials of the last few months, and I was very confused. And the reason why I was confused is because, not because I'm uneducated, but because it presents information about our budget deficit, about the challenges that we're facing, and many of these challenges are not new information. So the McCleary decision that happened several years ago, not new information. We knew that we were facing that deficit. Lack of regionalization funds, while hopeful of going to the legislature this year and other years, might not be likely this year. Inflation, maybe the status of the inflation and how severe it would not be known until we got into this budget cycle, but also declining enrollment was not a surprise. And so whether or not the significance of the enrollment decline was known, we did know we were facing a decline. And the reason why I bring those things up to you today is because what I've gathered through all of this is that the board or others have made the policy decision to keep the ESSER funded positions going, even though the federal funding for ESSER positions is, in your terms, being depleted or going away or was never contemplated to continue. So this board and the staff of the district have made the policy decision, in essence, in the face of this budget crisis, to prioritize these positions in an ongoing way when they project those as part of the deficit. It's basically a decision that you have made up until this point. So I'm requesting today that while you're in this deliberation process, that you think critically about reconsidering your position that is current on keeping these ESSER funded positions and reverse that policy decision in the face of the significant budget crisis. I'm not saying these positions aren't important. What I'm saying is that this budget crisis is real. We're looking at millions of dollars, and the ESSER funded position are millions of dollars that count towards that deficit. And we knew the information that the federal money was going to be gone. So making that decision in spite of that information is, frankly, in my opinion, irresponsible. If you disregard this request and continue to take this policy position, that means that you are prioritizing these positions over the positions that are in our schools. That includes art programs, other things that will be looking to be cut, educators, anything that's on the table that schools are being asked to look at and scrutinize so that they can give those things up. That's the priority decision that you are making if you continue those positions. So while these positions are important, unfortunately right now we are not able to fund these because we do not have the federal money nor the state. So here's the good news. You're still deliberating and there's time to reconsider this policy position. And I would just offer you this. As you're listening to the Outcome 5 report tonight, please ask yourself, is it an instructional coach or a family liaison that helps students discover their passions, be curious, and love learning? Or is it the art program and the teaching staff that help those students realize those things? Thank you.